Film Edge has been involved in series of TV, online commercials, short films and corporate videos promoting the products and services of its clients over the years. The company specializes in video filming, production, aerial video, photo production services. Before AirPixel, the journey, how long have you been using the drone and for what purpose?
Before the AirPixel project, we involved with various kind of providing the video services to our clients, and I think somewhere around 2016 or 2017, there was the last project we did our drone for a few commercials that we have, like Toyota commercials, car commercials, and after that, actually I slowed down. I didn't really go into the drone industry anymore. We were more focused on doing short films, corporate videos, or events for our clients. Yeah, the pathway actually we stopped halfway around 2017, if not mistaken. Yeah, actually we have the biggest drone that we have, the M600. We stopped somewhere around that era. Yeah. After that, why after 4 years suddenly we came up with the idea to use back our batteries? Yeah, that was the reason behind it. Because the drone has been kept for quite some time, and then for the past 4 years we were focusing on doing productions, videos for our clients. Then during the pandemic, there was this part that we were just trying to figure out something to do, and then we just took the drone out from our store, and eventually we were actually putting up for sale, and the price I remember it was somewhere around 18,000. And Hamdi from H Drones, they were interested to get from us that time. Then there was this point, me and my people, then we just sit down and then we watched some 8K video on YouTube. Then we saw America and Europe. There were plenty of people, not plenty of people, but there were people who were working on 8K drone videos. So that's why we thought, why not we work out another version of ours? I mean, in Southeast Asia at the time, I think only Japan has it. China haven't done 8K videos before the time. So we thought like maybe we can be the second one around Asia, or maybe the first in Southeast Asia. So that's why we brought the drone out, and then we just tested with that, and it was the naive intention just to create something, and yeah, that's how we began.
And how did you discover that you wanted to be a professional video film producer?
I was last time when after I graduated my college, then I started as a Celcom customer service. I work in a Celcom customer service in Jalan Semarak. So I think there was the time that you feel like every day you were just stranded in same wall, here and there. I think worked for 3 months. Then after that, I wanted something more adventure. I go for private investigation firm. Then I get to travel to many places. Driving my car. I imagine I can even travel to East Malaysia also with my car. That kind of thinking, naive. And there was also I was following surveillance that time, and then I realized the video industry, the video production that time is so kind of special, because when you record in mini DVD tape, then you need to send to someone. They will encode it and then become a DVD. That's where I thought like, oh, this is so special. This industry is so special. People don't really they don't really know these kind of things. So that's why I started to go into this field to learn what is video production. So then I realized I can be there, like no need to hide. When you are doing surveillance, you need to hide, that kind of thing. But when you are learning and you're doing this basic shooting, then you can be there terang-terang. No need to worry that people will see you, things like that. So I find that was the point that I started. So from there onwards, I joined a video production company, and then I started like doing kindergarten videos, event. Then I joined Motorsport Asia. I managed to travel around Asia and shoot racing within Asia. Yeah, China, Thailand, Indonesia, you name it. Then yeah, I was there. So after that, then I joined into commercial. Then and also doing wedding. I do wedding first. Then after that, I go into commercial. Yeah, then that's where drone came in. DJI launched their first product, Phantom 1. That's where we started to have all kinds of Hollywood shots. Yeah, that's how we started from there into the drone. Yeah.
Was it difficult to learn to fly a drone, and did you have many fatal mistakes prior to making AirPixel the journey?
AirPixel the journey. Okay, because 8K means you need a custom drone to carry the camera, because it's in 8K form. So that's why the drone also eventually the size become bigger. So mistakes. Okay, we have been trying our best to because when you're having this scale of drone, there's a lot of different way to get adjustment to adjust yourself to accommodate the whole thing, because the drone itself is like 1.5 meter huge, and you need to find a bigger space. You cannot fly in confined space, and you also need more manpower, about 7 to 8 of us every day. And then you don't want to catch people's attention, you don't want to draw people's attention towards you and ask you a lot of questions. You also need to stand by people to actually jaga them, talk to them, get rid of them, something like that. So we need to be concentrated, and also the aircraft is big, you need power. And when the drone is heavier, and then you lose your flying time. That means each of the flights we have only about 10 minutes, and we either need to cut off at 6 minutes. So before we took off, we need to do some planning. If you watch our documentary, you will see that we actually use scale model to actually plan. So when the drone goes up, the pilot knows where is the pathway. Immediately you make decision, and then the spotter was all ready. That means we need a pre-production meeting to have everyone on board to understand the project, you know. So the mistakes you're talking about, like I say in the documentary, malang tidak bau. So we have been trying our best. So but we cannot combat when it comes to weather or when it comes to mechanical failure, like malfunction, you know, because things they wear and tear over the years. Things will get, you know, sometimes the shouldering or we call it the welding. Maybe sometimes because when you power with the battery, it gets hot. Sometimes it will just come off like that. One of the incident was happened because of that issue. So that actually creates some issue for us. And of course the human error is always the most fatal, because when you tend to let your guards down, or you think that you have the upper hand over the entire project, you know, your drone are safe, weather is good, sometimes it could cause us mistake and fatality could happen.
And what do you think is the hardest to shoot and why?
Because we started initiate this thing ourselves, so when we approach people, sometimes we might not get the clearance from them. So we did approach different people, and because we need better locations for us to take off. Like I say, the drone was big, everything we do, the want attention from people. So we were also working with like authority side, and then also the people who can provide us locations, and also of course let's say DBKL. Okay, we wanted the location in Titiwangsa. Okay, one of the example. So we spoke to them, and then they look at the scale of our thing, and then they were. There's a lot of consequences in their mind. So like risk mitigation, all these things. So that was the difficulties that we faced. So we constant being rejected for a lot of reasons. But I understand because in logical thinking and risk calculation is sometimes too risky lah. So because they need to risk their reputation as well. But from that aspect, we actually back down. So we find ways to do it lah. So I must say that was one of the difficulties. So I think why I'm saying this is because I think sometimes they need to open the door, you know, to create a pathway for people who want to expand their talent, you know, to do certain things. Yeah.
What is the hardest accessible place that you have shot?
If it's coming to, because sometimes when we flying a drone, you need this line of sight. So sometimes if you fly too high, it's better to have a high altitude area for you to, you know, you save your battery, and then also you get a full clear view, especially in the city. So it depends on different situations where you're going to stand, and then our spotter also the same. Let's say if today high altitude doesn't mean it's a strategy for all the shoots, because sometimes if you're standing too high and your drone is down there, you want to capture on the road. So it's not ideal for the spotter to be up there. So it differs from different situations that you need to be on, what kind of altitude. So I think one of the hardest one is because we were on EQ hotel and very little space for us to take off. So there was tremendous of pressure that even a simple, because our drones doesn't come with those safety sensor precaution thing. It's all manual, so you need to be truly focused, that you understand left is left, right is right. Anything happen, any maneuver, you're always within your control. I think that was one of the hardest one. Oh yeah, there's another one. We went to Kampung Baru. We climb up on the flat, and the flat they don't have this divider or boundary to jaga us from, you know, all the and we climb up around 6 o'clock in the morning, all dark. That was the pressure that I have, that I need to make sure everybody is safe. And sometimes shots, you tend to see good weather and then you try to get more, but sometimes we need to know our limits. So I always tell them, we got the shot already, I saw what I wanted, please come back. That is so priceless. Yeah, so we don't want to risk it. Yeah.
Next question is, a lot of prep work and post-production work is involved in video filming, even without using a drone. What are the different challenges in regular video filming and filming using drones?
Okay, because the pre-production comparing, and now we are doing comparison. So the drone and also the conventional way of shooting. I think the conventional way of shooting is like you always have the backup plan, because you paling banyak pun paling busuk pun you either kena with your actor cannot come, or you kena with hujan, things like that. But when it comes to drone, every single seconds it counts. Like it will involve your manpower, involve your money. Money is the biggest factor lah. And then also whenever everything is ready and then the weather is not good, so you're just being there for pointless. Yeah, there are shots that we went to the same location for 3 times or 4 times. So just to be there, wait since 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and then next day it doesn't happen. So the cloud didn't open up, and then the sun never come in. So we just pack balik semua barang, balik our safe house now. So you see the prep work has to be there for safety, and then but if it comes to you know what you alam semua jadi or mahpuasa, that kind of thing, you have no control over that. You can only play safe. The weather is not good, you don't go up. You go up, there's always risk. Yeah, later kelang kabut lagi sekali, you know, gabra, all these things. So that's why we always tell ourselves we need to know our handbrake bila kena tarik, and then we pull back from that. So of course, when because flying this big drone in the area, especially if there's a human being, all these things, we need to go there and recce and make sure we know where is our pathway, because we have only limited 6 minutes to fly, and we have only limited space we can shoot, because 240 gig, if not mistaken, or 512 gigabyte, but we can only record for about 25 minutes. So it's really every single punya time is memang kena hargai betul-betul lah. Yeah. Sorry.
The last question is, what is your advice for those venturing into professional video filming using drones?
My advice to these newcomers into the drone industry, I think the market is always huge there, and also we can see the potential is actually booming for the entire drone market. So, but the thing is, we as we call it an authority or senior, we always have to guide them. We always have to instill this the right mindset for them to execute their job, because like how we did for our project, is the safety precaution is always the main cost that we always need to take into consideration. Like we have multiple of these positions in the team, that we have a drone pilot, we have gimbal pilot, we have a spotter, 2 spotter we have with binoculars, and also we have a production assistants, and then we have a producer with us. Of course, you might not need so many personnel sometimes, but the communication is very important, it's very crucial. Like we have the comset, because that actually is immediate communication within ourselves. So we have 8 comset within ourselves. Anybody say something, everybody is aware of the surrounding, or they can react accordingly when things happen. So I think communication is always very crucial for us to execute a task. And also the pre-work has to be there, because you're flying a drone. There's always this maneuver, this high speed of this machine flying in the air, and you only rely on battery. So that thing that you need to understand, that there's always fatality could happen in the air, even though how canggih or how modernized they create the whole system, the manufacturer doing for us. But we always never take it for granted. Yeah, there's always backup plan, And I think and in this aspect, I think the authority and also the users, they actually coexist to support each other. Because I think on the authority side, that we must enforce the law, and then also we set up the guidelines for them, so that they will actually have a rules to follow, or actually make this integrity and ethical things to be there, so that they understand that they will cross the boundary, and also everybody will just react accordingly to the guidelines. Also towards the young newcomers, we give them the opportunity for them to explore, and then also give them more knowledge, to give them training on how to maintain their things. And I think actually it's not just about drone. It's a lifestyle. It's actually a habit for them to inherit. Yeah. So I think when we provide all these facilities to them, and then also make sure that they can actually explore more further, because the opportunity is always there for them to explore. Like we know all the platform is there to impress, but sometimes they just need to make sure they don't go out of bound or break the rules just to impress. Yeah. So we need. I think they both also need to support each other in terms of the mindset, all the guidelines we need to have for them. But also want them to explore. Yeah, to go, to explore beyond their capabilities. Yeah, that's my thought.